noodles. She thinks she know me cause she searched me on Google. She don't know when I was young, I had wore noodles. The sacrifice you making, this thing could be brutal. The man died, he wouldn't let me go to the funeral. They tell me that I'm cold, but don't tell me I'm famous. I don't bare-faced beauties, bro, really outrageous. If the juice says gold, then nobody can save him. Of course I need dough, but loyalty mainly.
Yeah. I told you, people. I told you I was landing, but nobody wanted to listen. Now look at me, bloods. I'm joined by two of the most beautiful women in the land. One of them's called Shauna the Plug. The other one's called, honestly, Trina. And we're about to get into it right now. You know, jokes aside, we're really outside. We're about to get into some real life discussions, car. Nobody ain't talking about them, but everybody sees them, you know. So, yeah, let's get into this topic right now. But before we get into that topic, I want to let Trina introduce herself, you know.
Hi, Honestly Trina here from Honestly Speaking, talk show, YouTube. I come to support the team.
Tell them.
We really outside. I'm in Brom City today, making it happen. What
South
you saying,
London's
Sean?
finest.
SW9,
Yeah,
all the
man.
time.
We got Shauna the Plug in the cut.
Shauna the Plug, come on. Yeah, here, co-hosting. Really outside, you know how it is.
And yeah, now we're about to get into it. So, the first topic I should say, threw me off guard because it's true, but I never thought of it. I never really seen it in this perspective until I spoke to Shauna. I mean, not Shauna, sorry, Trina. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it would be good to talk about domestic violence, but not just domestic violence, but domestic violence against men. So women committing domestic violence against men. So
Yeah, bro.
It happens. As much as people don't think it does, but
Girl them are beating up the man them. You know, what's going on?
1 in 6 men are experiencing domestic
Swear
violence within the year, and it's on the increase as well. So, have you ever experienced it?
Domestic violence?
Yeah.
Woo! Shout out 360 label on that one, yeah. Yes and no, in the sense of a girl's put her hands on me in it because obviously she's been mad. I've annoyed her, I've hurt her, but I wouldn't say that's a regular thing.
yeah.
And the only reason they never hit her back was because obviously she's a female and I was raised right, you know. Otherwise, we'd have went left.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear you didn't put your hands on her.
I did that, man.
You'd have been inside.
Defo,
Really inside.
defo. So yeah, I just hugged it. I just hugged that one, you know.
Yeah, so men are really experiencing it. So I was speaking to my mate and he was like, I never really thought about domestic violence happening against men. But when we started to break it down, it's simple things. It's things like trying to stop you from going outside.
Yeah.
Holding you, maybe like putting a backhand on you.
Locking you in the house.
Locking you in the house. Because it's not just physical violence, it's domestic abuse. So it takes different forms, you know.
Verbally as well, mentally.
Yeah.
Serious topic still. And sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, I think men don't really like to talk about it.
No, they don't.
Because it's almost like it's not manly.
And they feel degraded or like embarrassed to speak about it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It depends though, because if a woman's just constantly punching you up or slapping you up, it's a thing where that has to get discussed because why are you accepting that, you know? But if it's a thing where it's a one-off occasion and you was the cause behind that problem, then that's a bit more understanding, you know? So yeah, what is the cause? Why are these men always getting abused by their women?
So I think it's about boundary setting because, like children, you're always trying to test to see how far you can go.
Yeah.
So it might start off with a little grab up the first time.
Yeah.
And then seeing if that man doesn't.
Yeah.
And then continuing to do it. And especially if, I feel like if a woman knows a man loves her as well, they can take advantage of that as well.
Yeah.
Man.
So it turns from a push now to, I might backhand you.
So what if we was to do? I'm not gonna say what we're supposed to do, but what if we was to just box you down? Then we're gonna get put in jail.
And that's the double standard.
Yeah.
That's where the double standard is. So women, not all women, let me not, not all women, but women kind of know from we were kids that men are not really supposed to hit you.
Yeah.
And boys are grown in a way that they're told not to hit women. So a woman is doing these things knowingly or assuming, because not every man plays by the rules.
100%.
Yeah. They're doing it knowing full well that they can't have a repercussion.
Yeah.
Or they hope they don't have a repercussion. The hope is quite high. Do you know what I mean?
Have you met women that are abusive to their men?
Yes.
And obviously, when you've asked why, what have they said?
He triggered me. There's no accountability.
Same thing of like what a man would say. If, that he hit a woman, it would be she triggered
She
me.
made me.
Yeah. She made me do it.
I disagree though, because if a man was to hit down a woman, it's because she done that. Like it's a specific thing. You know, he will be able to name why he done what he done.
Yeah, but
I can't speak for everyone,
Not
but
all,
If a woman's winding a man up and like triggering him consistently, and then he eventually just lashed out. His reason could be, she made not every man. I'm just saying a man that could be narcissistic or it would be her fault because she made me do it. If you get me.
Okay.
It's a lot, right?
It's a lot still. He triggered me. That don't even count. Like, that don't count at all, but
No.
they'll get away with it.
Yeah.
That's what's on my mind right now.
Well, it's funny you say that. So I know a guy that fully could have just dismantled this woman, literally dismantled. And I rate him so much because I know what he's capable of doing. He's not that guy to do that to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was a man on the road, it would have ended like that. So, but the resilience and the determination it must have took for him to not to put hands on her, I have to commend him because he could do he could flick her and her life is finished. Do you know what I mean?
She's all the way over there.
Yeah.
Don't piss
But
me off.
literally, he was going through this domestic abuse to the point where the law had to get involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of his circumstances as well, because he's that type of
I
guy.
hope he's in a better situation.
Hopefully, man. Inshallah.
Yeah,
man.
but it's because of his faith. He didn't do those sort of things.
That
he said
explains
that.
a whole lot, man.
He didn't do that, and then also he was at risk, licenses and stuff like that. If he had done anything like that, he would have been away forever.
Did he have kids with her as well? Sorry
Yes.
to cut in. Oh gosh.
You see how it starts to get more complicated because you want to stay because you want to be there for the kids. But now this is a violent individual, and you know she might have the potential of stopping you from seeing your kids now, which is going to be another form of abuse.
Facts, because I think that a lot of men and women don't see that is a sort of abuse, because at the end of the day it's still mentally destroying a man in a sense, and keeping him away from his kids. But women do that purposely to be bitter. Do you know what I mean? So they know what they're doing because they're emotionally breaking down the man, but they just do it because that's just their way.
And sometimes
That's spiteful as fuck, though. You know, as a man, do you know what that does to us?
They've got more rights though because they carried the baby and they give birth. So
I hear all of that, but
not saying I
come
agree,
on.
but that's what some women do feel like.
Now I know this. I get that as well, but at the same time, come on, we gotta understand.
50-50.
It's 50-50, and also that you keeping me from my child ain't doing nothing but destroying the child, basically.
100%. I'm here for unless there's domestic violence, I feel like families should try and work it out. Like my grandparents used to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They used to stick it out.
I get it's hard, and I get everything's not perfect, and I get like you said, you might not be able to tolerate that person, but at the same time, when it comes to kids, you can't be fucking around with their future, man. You know, you gotta make them think it's a mommy and daddy. It's a fairy tale, but you let them know real life, innit?
Unless the kids are not safe, then that's a different story. But other than that,
Do you know what? I was agreeing. I'm like, yeah. And I'm thinking, no, my own experience wasn't like that. So I tried to co-parent for the longest time, but it wasn't good for me.
Okay.
I did my best, and I stayed in there, but then my son told me, Mum, you ain't been happy for 5 years. So I felt like I might have done more damage staying there. I thought I was doing the right thing for the kids, but my kids are really emotionally intelligent. I just want to throw that out there. They were seeing the things that I thought I was hiding. there was no DV or nothing like that, but you could just
Energy.
the energy
Yeah.
was so, I don't want to say toxic because people just throw toxic around, but it was very negative.
I feel it. Man.
Very negative. To the point where my son was able to tell me 5 years. I'm thinking, was you even, like, how do you know 5? How did you get to 5? Do you know what I mean? You've been counting, mummy. You've been there. I think you need to leave, mummy. Do you know what I mean?
I feel that still.
Yeah. So, because I'm old school. I was raised by my grandma.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, let's stick it out. Let's make it work together. Let's build stuff together. At least to the kids are of a certain age. And, you know, let's try work it out.
Yeah.
But actually, I think I might have done more harm because they were not seeing a loving relationship. So we were there, we were present, we're doing all the family type things, but the love was not, it wasn't present. Do you know what I mean?
Most definitely. I probably got misunderstood because I meant like, all right, cool. Say you weren't together, but
I get what you mean.
You know.
But present, active.
Yeah.
Active co-parenting, not necessarily in the same house.
Yeah. You shouldn't make that go toxic.
No, absolutely.
And I know a lot of people in that situation as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's crazy right now. But domestic violence, man, women on men, that is crazy.
And I know because currently it's a big thing in the news, right?
Yeah.
With Cassie, Diddy, and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of focus on the DV, the opposite way around, but it is happening the other way around as well. And I just think it's really important that we highlight it, and that men should actually speak about it because you might not be the only one.
100%.
I was actually going to say, if any of you guys have seen that documentary, I think it's Netflix or it's on BBC iPlayer, and it's about a man. He's got 3 daughters with the woman, and unfortunately, she was beating him. But for years, I cried. I'll be honest. I watched it and I cried at the end because his friend was the one that actually contacted somebody else, the police, to come to his house. And the day that the police came to his house, he literally, soon as they arrested her, he said, I feel relaxed now, like, thank you so, like, he was so scared. But those videos, he put cameras in the house, and basically when he put the cameras, the police have ran back on the thing, and she was just degrading him in front of his daughter, saying, look, your dad's a bitch, they're kicking him on the floor, beating him with things, and it was honestly horrible. It was heartbreaking to watch, but it made me feel like, whoa, like a woman can actually really have that power over a man to make.
That's what I'm
it's crazy.
Digesting now. Like, obviously I'm not like naive, I know it happens, but to hear this out loud is like, this is mad still.
And you know what, I'm not even sure if the woman has the power per se. I think it takes power from the man not to hit back.
And I do, but I feel like
Do you
the
know what
woman
I mean?
could be calculated as well.
100%.
And prey on the vulnerable man.
Yeah. Or the fact that she knows that he's been raised not to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, she knew that he never had his mum. His mum passed away years before. He didn't really have a lot of family around him, so she kind of felt like, there's no one really there to protect you anyway, kind of thing. But I think doing it in front of the kids was horrible. Like saying, "Oh, look at your dad, he's a bitch." Like, as a man, that's your daughters watching you as well.
And as a man, sorry to interject, ladies, little boys, don't be hearing this and thinking, all right, cool, I gotta make a girl think that I'm gonna hit her to make her not get hit. That's not the type of man you should ever want to become. You just need to find the right girl, you know, bro. And they're gonna draw you out regardless, but not one that's boxing you up 24/7. That's all mad.
No, honestly, I don't think hands should be thrown in any relationships. Peace, and that's it. Like, but obviously it can happen.
So if it's 1 in 6 every men that's happening to, I feel like mentally that's 100% men. Because women do that all the time to men.
Seriously.
I feel like it. Abuse them mentally.
Oh, mentally, okay, without the physical, you say.
Yeah.
In what sense can you give it like an example of how do you feel?
All right, then, cool. For an example. You caught me off guard now. I'm going to have to think.
You know, I got the questions for you, dude.
I'm going to have to think. All right, then, safe. Mental abuse. Jail perspective now. You got a phone in jail to be able to be in contact with your family, but your other partner don't want you to have a phone in jail. And you're getting... Oh, I can't even say that. I can't even say that.
Do you feel... Okay, so are you trying to say in a sense of you don't know what the right thing to do is because you're trying to contact your people, but then you're also getting cussed for
no, all right then, safe. I would say girls mentally abuse men in the sense of they'll make you think one thing is the right, like, all right, then do this for me, I want you to do that, and then you'll do that thing for them, and then it's something else.
They keep moving the
and then
the
do that thing for them, and then it's something else.
Yeah. I think that's
So I feel like
that's
that's ain't that a form of mental abuse?
Example then.
Because I'm living up to, I'm not, this ain't for me as well, I'm just talking, I'm just saying, yo, I'm meeting your needs.
But you keep on moving the goalposts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
example then. So, okay, she didn't want you to have a phone. Just example, not saying it
Yeah.
for you. She didn't want you to have a phone or someone to have a phone. Then the man gets a phone because it's hard to obviously keep up the credit to speak or whatever. He gets the phone now, I can talk to her all the time now. The woman's issue is you've got that phone and you could be doing other things. So now it's an issue anyway that you've got the phone, but the man could, on the man's side is like, but I'm just trying to talk to you more.
Yeah.
In that sort of sense.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What
So
do
you
you
think-
reckon?
To be honest, I feel
What's the
like,
girl's perspective on that?
from my side personally, I would probably say, I'm saying it for you to not get in trouble more. Like, I don't want you to have the phone because if you get caught with that phone, and you get what I'm trying to say, I
Okay.
don't know how it could go, if that could go. So I could probably say that, but
Yeah.
it would be coming from that place. It
Extra
wouldn't be coming
days
from
and
anywhere.
whatnot.
Yeah, because I just want you
cool.
home.
Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
it's annoying
Yeah.
because you just, depending on the trust in your relationship, you
Yeah.
could be doing other things on the phone, but
Yeah.
my main thing would be, you could get in trouble more, and then you might be in there longer. It's just long, it's not worth it, from my point of view, anyway.
Yeah.
Alternatively, it could be because actually when they're calling, sometimes I think when you're away, you don't realise like life is still going on.
Yeah.
So you're like, when you're calling, it might not be the appropriate time. So it's like they know what's going to come with that because you want to call now and I
Yeah.
might be trying to put the kids to sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Or do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's the only time you get to call because that's the little time that you've been able to get to the phone or
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? So it could be multiple reasons, but I can see how it could be perceived as like some kind of mental abuse. When I'm thinking about mental abuse,
That's kind
I'm
of
thinking,
a shit example.
I was going to give you
Yeah, I
another
know
one.
what you mean, though.
Yeah.
You know the gist of what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say.
Something bigger.
I'm
Yeah,
thi-
yeah.
I'm thinking like maybe like when you come out, for example, if we go down that road, you
Alright,
come
cool.
out now and she's got money
Yeah,
and you don't.
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
cool, perfect,
Do you know what I mean?
perfect.
You
Yeah,
don't. And
yeah.
she's making, but you used to mind her the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, she was living nice because of you. Before you went in. Now she's trying to bad you up
Yeah,
because you don't
Yeah.
have the finances again.
yeah.
You're a waste
Run
man.
the household.
Yeah, you're a waste man.
Yeah. Remember
Ain't got
when
no
you done
money.
this?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's the
Yes.
mental abuse.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta get your peas up.
Yeah.
There's motivating and then there's
There's undermining and
that
degrading.
example right there, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. A lot of men go through that. Majority of men go through. Well, not that example, but yeah.
think
If
you're
your
right.
woman's doing better than you,
I think it's because with
some
women
women
as well,
make that known in it. Some women make that known
100%,
in
but
it.
they forget about the man taking care of them before they go to jail and getting whatever, depending on what the man's doing. Like, so there's a lot of trappers, there's a lot of different people. Like, but women will be getting what they want. They'll be getting spoiled. They'll be getting the designer bags, the trainers, or whatever. As soon as you've come out now, and I know you ain't even had anything to hold before you've gone in or whatever, or you've not got a job when you come out, it's a problem now because I can't have all them things. You get what I mean? That's what women are gonna. And I'm not getting that. I gotta wait how many months for that Chanel bag now, like, but you just get it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's where it will come from. Well, I can buy it myself now because I got. Do you get what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say?
What about the flip side though? Like, say a man ain't where he wants to be, but he's trying to get to where he wants to be, but she's not respecting him now.
See, I don't know because I'm a bit of a builder. I'm trying not to be a builder too much now.
Yeah.
Like, cause
Also,
I end up
you're the
building
type
people.
to help your man.
Yeah,
Instead of be there, I
100%.
want to be there when it's over.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Because I've got my own, like I'm nice,
yeah.
like oh, I keep on saying that I am really nice. I am nice, so I know that not everyone's going to be the same space of me.
Yeah.
But as long as you've got like potential and you've got drive, you've got
Trying,
a vision. Do you know what I mean? Not a like a fairy
Yeah.
tale vision. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's never going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
But you've got a vision and you've got some kind of strategy of how you're going to get there. I can
have
ride.
that patience.
How
Yeah.
do you feel?
To be honest, I feel like I agree with what Trina said, but then there is a lot of people, like I'm quite, well, have been gullible in the past, and I feel like sometimes a person can keep saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it, and you keep waiting, and you go through more things, and you're just hoping for them to just get to that place, and they just keep saying it. You get what I'm trying to say?
There's no action.
There's no action, you just keep saying it. So I think that's the only problem with that. Like, I'm willing to build, and I never judge anyone. I'm quite humble. I know where I came from. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I would never expect someone to have it if I ain't got it, or I know what it takes to build something. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Preaching right now, God, Shona.
If I'm, especially because I'm very businessman, if I'm trying to help you and I'm putting all into you because I know I got the connects, or I know I got the mindset to help you, and you're actually not trying, or you're not, then it can get annoying. It can get annoying then.
And sometimes it's not even that they're not trying; they're just not there yet. Like
they're not where you are.
And it's not that they don't want to be, but I had this guy. He knows who he is. Yeah. And
shots fired.
He knows who he is. We're good now. We're good. But at the time, I had so much visions and plans and like where he could actually be, like using his transferable skills from doing the life he was doing. Yeah. But he wasn't there yet. 20 years later, he's so there. Like, he's really there.
He got there eventually.
He's there, but he has to, like, the person has to have that. You can't change someone.
And that's what I realised as well.
Do you know what I mean?
Growing and trying to help and change people. You can't. People have to be ready in themselves. You literally waste all your energy keep trying to do that.
Mad.
But you can't be mad at your partner if they're not prepared to go on the journey. That 100%. Just means that person's not really for you.
And I'll be honest, honestly speaking, I've done that in the past, like, because I'm growing, I'm learning things, so I can be honest and say, I have, like, if it gets a bit, I'm like, but then I've got to a place and thought, you know what, wait there. There's actually, that person has to, why am I getting mad? It's actually not their fault. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Growth is different in everybody, so that's what we just have to realise and kind of admit sometimes. You can't really...
It's true. Yeah. It's true. All right, then, cool. Sorry. Obviously, we went left on the actual topic as we do because it's interesting. But I want to get back to it because I just had a question in my mind, which was, why are these men staying in a relationship? What is keeping him in this relationship?
Comfortable, maybe.
Comfortable. Getting boxed in your face every day. That don't make no sense.
So there's multiple reasons. Like I don't think we'll be able to pinpoint them. It could be like wanting to stay in the family home. You know, like if I leave, if she's really boxing you, it's highly likely she might be trying to prevent you from seeing your kids because she's got she's got that temperament already. So it might be like I just need to stay here because I want to see my kids grow. Alternatively, it could be their living situation. Like you lot invested in this house, you got everything together. Now who's leaving?
Yeah. And it's normally the man would have to leave the woman with the money and the kids and the house because that's where they're staying. So the man will always feel like I have to start again.
And then there's a mental mindset as well. Like if you've got no family and this is the only person now that you have, do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's hard to now up and go and live by yourself. Yeah. Like a lot of people stay in situations because it makes sense right now because I can't even think about taking a step outside of this because that's scary. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But am I wrong in thinking as a man, bro, you should know how to live on your own and defend on your own from an early age? Like,
some people are not.
My mum taught me from early how to fend for myself.
Your mum was a good mum.
This is what I
do you know what I mean?
A lot of people don't. I feel like a lot of people get stuck in a sense of not wanting to be alone at all, even if it's with a friend. Like it's not actually saying the relationship. To say someone was in a domestic relationship, they come out of that relationship, all they probably actually need is a good friend to stay with daily. It's not actually about, it's just someone. Yeah. It's the comfort.
And not everyone's grown. Some people are 50, 60 years old, but mentally they're still 15. Yeah. Like they didn't get the basic skills, and this is why I think parenting is so important.
No, like, definitely is, because what I'm hearing right now is actually it's kind of shocking me.
It's sad at the same time.
Because I'm thinking, yo, as a man, you're not gonna stand that. If you're not gonna hit her, then you're gonna walk out in it. And obviously, I get they play games, but no one can't stop you from seeing your kid in it. So it's gonna get to a point where you think, yo, F this, blood. I'm not playing this girl's games. I'm going to the front door. You know, obviously she might go on with her antics, but you ain't stopping me from seeing my child. You know, just every man has their point in it.
Trust me, it happens a lot, and I feel like with the women stop the kids from seeing their dad and stuff. It can get, you know, when you say no one can stop me from seeing my child. Yeah. You can be on that birth certificate. Both parents can be on that birth certificate. But you know, if say
primary carer.
Example from my own experiences of what I have around me and people I have around me and stuff.
Yeah.
You go to jail. Okay, so for example, yourself. Say your baby mum stops you from seeing your child. but then you can take it to court, but you're not going to win that because
Yeah,
you
my
just come out of jail.
previous-
What's
yeah,
all
yeah,
your
yeah,
things
yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
where it
yeah,
can
yeah,
get hard
yeah,
for a
yeah,
man
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because what can I do? The woman's never been arrested. She
Alright,
might
then,
be
cool.
toxic,
But-
but
I get they
But
can
you say
stop you.
that,
That's what I
though.
should say. I get they can stop you, but what I'm saying is I'm not gonna have it. Then that's what I should
you're gonna
say.
still fight.
I'm not gonna have it.
fight,
Then
yeah.
I was
you know.
gonna say because like my godfather, he fought for custody
Okay.
and got it, and
Slow down.
his records is extensive,
That's
extensive
good.
records.
Go
Yeah,
on.
but I feel like when you're committed, regardless of what
You
your
carry on
record
trying,
says,
yeah.
and it was violence.
And you've cleaned up. Come on,
what
and
I
you've cleaned
mean?
up your act. Of course
Like-
you can, man.
Remember, if there's nothing towards kids, that should be.
Yeah, but you've got to be committed.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
got to want to
Fight
fight.
back,
So
yeah,
I
you've gotta
spoke
fight
to
it.
someone that contacted me. Shout out you know who you are, on my Instagram, and they were saying like it was so bad that they just gave up. They're gonna park that
Yeah,
for
I
a
know
minute
people that
because
have done that.
they've got like restraining orders, all kind of different things, and their record's extensive as well. So they were never gonna. They feel that they were never gonna get the right hearing.
Yeah.
You know, but I do think you just gotta fight, like regardless.
We got like the rights. You both have rights, and so no one should be able to, like you said, no one should be able to stop you from seeing a child that you actually created, whether the woman gives birth or not. Like I'll be honest, regardless of any situations I ever get in life, I'm never gonna stop my kids like seeing their pet. Like I'll be honest, their dad is not gonna.
Hope not, Sean.
Nah,
Then.
never.
I
I don't
hope
agree
not,
with it.
Sean.
I don't agree with it. Like I grew up without my dad. You get what I'm trying to say? Like I don't agree with certain things, and that wasn't obviously because of my mum. That was obviously his own choices.
Yeah.
But it's not good. You do need both parents growing up, and I can say that. You definitely do. So I would never do that to my child. Like obviously my son now, but even kids going on, I would never do that to any of my kids. And only if my child's not safe, obviously.
Course.
Being with them, then
Course.
that's it. But other than that, no.
Of course.
100%.
Course. Alright, cool. I feel like you spoke about domestic violence regarding men and women. You know, men beating up women. No,
And if there is
women
any-
beating up men. Sorry.
Yeah, if there is any men watching this or come across it, that yeah, just get out of that, man, or just talk to somebody, do something.
100% chat to someone, man. 'cause
And
that's
report
not
her.
right, my
I'm
brother.
not gonna lie, report her, because like women are reporting men every day.
Yeah, and they
So
lie sometimes as well.
yeah, they lie. They're
They
doing
lie.
crazy stuff. So like report her. Make sure it's recorded somewhere just for future reference. Because if you need to go for
Don't be
custody,
embarrassed. No, facts, don't
I'll be honest, you know me, I support the churches. I can't condone that snitching, but you know what to do. Walk away. Walk
do you know what I
away.
mean? No,
yeah.
because
Embarrassed,
they'll
don't
do
be,
crazy
Nah,
stuff.
for real though.
They
I
do
get
crazy
it.
stuff.
I
Even if
do
it's
get it.
social services, you need to tell somebody.
Yeah.
Like you got to, because if it's gonna risk you not getting your kids, you got to do what you got to do. 100%.
real.
But yeah, free the man them.
Really?
Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them.
Really
Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of
Really
them.
outside. I agree though. Not all of them. Not all of them. All right, second topic though, real talk, because this one's deep to me because I've just come out of prison, as you know, and I just feel like it's all crazy right now. I don't feel like anybody is being themselves, and I feel like everybody's scared to be themselves. I feel like everybody's putting on an image. Everybody's trying to be the person that they think everybody else wants them to be, or yeah, that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about. And I just want to say, I just want to start it by saying, yo, be yourself, bro. What the fuck are you doing trying to impress people that don't even care about you? Are you playing games? You're out here breaking your back trying to buy shit you can't afford. What are you doing, my brother, to impress a girl that don't even care about you, bro?
Not just men.
You've
no.
gone mad.
Women as well. Not just men. Women too.
Women as well. Women do it as well.
100%.
Wait.
I don't know what to do.
Listen, I've seen someone. I'm not even gonna say who it is. Yeah, but I seen them post
Let's
on
get
their
into
Facebook.
this.
I seen them post on their Facebook with that kid. Whatever. Now, what I didn't like is what I saw. Now, you posting in some Gucci thingy, so clearly you spent all whatever money you've got the month,
Yeah.
the week for this thing. But what
Unless
you're
it's
showing-
like DHgate or something like that.
God knows, but what you're showing on the picture though is your son's behind and it's skimpy and you're twerking and your son's right behind you. But then listen to this. The house is dirty, so you've got big Gucci and whatever that you're trying to show that you got big money, but you don't even want to clean your house.
Oh, God,
why are
what's
you doing that in
going
front of your
on?
son furthermore as well? Like for me, women do it. Trust me. It's, all her focus was, she didn't even think about it. She didn't even probably know her kid was behind her.
Yeah.
Or the house was dirty. I need to show this Gucci. I need to show this.
But what are
People need
they-
to know I have money.
But what are
But
they? All right,
not
then,
really.
cool.
Yeah, but not really.
What was she trying to get from that video, you think?
just to look good, like just to make it look like I've got some. I don't know. Girls do it a lot. Trust me, I've seen it a lot. I'm not even gonna say no names, but I see it a lot, and it's just.
We ain't gotta say no names.
But it's not good.
But I don't understand why though.
I think we're living in a society where people, they want the likes. They literally want the likes.
They definitely want the likes.
They want to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I think when we were growing up, the Joneses was someone on your block. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if someone had a nice car on your block, I want to be like him, I want to be like her, whatever. Now, because of social media, just like media generally, not even social media, I think we're so exposed to, like, lavishness every day. Do you know what I mean? Not knowing half of these things were either gifted to people
100%.
or they've hired them. The crazy thing,
Hiring,
there's this new agency that are hiring out cars so that people can take pictures in it for an hour. I couldn't believe. Sorry, I couldn't believe.
Photo shoot, get it for a photographer, but that's all mad.
Like just regular people.
That's mad.
I couldn't believe it, but that's what people feel like they need to do to show that they're affluent.
Yeah.
Affluent people don't do these things.
Exactly.
The things that you think you're posting, you're poaching your Gucci, Fendi, Prada, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Affluent people are not doing that. They're probably in their Converse.
100%. No, she's not lying.
Like,
I found out.
And I'm not saying that you can't want nice stuff in life and you can't aim to achieve these finer things, but what I'm saying is don't prioritize them like she just said, and don't break your back and put yourself in a situation that you don't need to get things that don't mean nothing in this life, bro.
Someone else has it and you feel like,
and it's not just materialistic things as well, it's like aesthetically as well. People are doing stuff to keep up with.
Go on.
Yeah, it's not just material things, it's aesthetics as well. Like everyone's trying to look like a certain type of individual. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to not try to keep up. So I used to be in a girl group back in the day, and it was crazy for me. Like
she's just showing all her talents today, you know.
Yeah, I used to bar.
yeah, I want to
Yeah.
She got lyrics. I thought you meant you was a singer. Oh my god.
And I used to write songs and stuff. But anyway, let's part that.
What you saying?
Same era. We've been on the same stages. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like it was so hard, like, because the industry makes you want to look a certain way. So I was like the darkest skinned person in my girl group, and it's like I had to have the long hair. I had to do all this stuff to keep up with like the Joneses and stuff. Otherwise, I wasn't aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I get it.
And I don't want to say I was brainwashed, but it got me into a space where I couldn't even go to the sweet shop across the road. Damn. Without putting a full face on, like lashes,
that's how society
26 down and everything. Yeah, and it took me so long. And the only reason I think I actually changed is once I had my daughter. And I was like, I don't want her to feel like she has to have a weave. It's not a problem to have a weave because I might wear it every now and then. Yeah, but I felt like I didn't want that pressure for her because it was a pressure every day, like just to even like I'm not going to the gym because my face ain't right.
You like making all that effort. You like buying all of this shit. And men don't even like all of this shit.
Nah, no, for
but
real.
Do you know the funniest thing? You say
mad.
that. You say that. So like when like even on Spray's podcast, it says natural or fake, and I swear every man that comes on there says natural. But let me tell you, let me finish. Let me land. Yeah, but every guy says they want the natural, but you see when it comes to the natural girls' pages, she ain't got nowhere near likes like that.
So true.
No likes.
It's actually,
no likes. Even when
natural.
I post,
I agree, but we don't want saggy tits.
No, but not even about the body. You don't say natural, but you say the men that cheat. You can have a natural, beautiful woman, but you're gonna go cheat with a girl that's top. It always happens. Always.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry, just saying.
Yeah.
I was in Madrid.
So subconsciously now, women are thinking, okay, well, this is what is getting the likes. Okay. So I need to be like that. And it takes so much not to be. Like, you've got to be so comfortable. And I think in your own skin. And I think it takes growth and experience as well for you to say, you know what, I don't care what everyone's going left, I'm gonna go right.
Yeah, you do.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't wear makeup day to day. I'll only do it like.
But you're
obviously
beautiful
coming on
though.
here,
You're
of course.
beautiful.
So coming on obviously podcasting, or if I'm doing my
You have to.
video,
Of course.
then I will, because that's just for the camera. You want everything to be
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
But naturally, like every single day, nah, I can't do the makeup. I'll be honest with you. I don't actually
It's
like.
a lot. I
yeah.
can't even
Yeah.
contour. I'm not gonna lie. It's just long. Everything's long. Thank you, girl. But I just find it long. If I can't just go, if I can't just go, like I'm not on it.
I agree.
I ain't got an hour.
I just want to
things
say,
do.
living up to society's image of people is not what we need to be doing, and I understand that it's hard. But obviously, people my age, I'm not really trying to get at you because you like know this and have made up your minds. But it's the kids, the little girls and the little boys. Obviously, I'm not in primary school, I'm not in secondary school, but I remember what it was like, and I know how. What's the word? Demanding.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, peer pressure and demanding it is to be looking and be wearing a certain type of way, you know. But in real life and in the grand scheme of things, none of that shit counts, bro. You know, none of that shit counts, and that's for both genders. All you need to focus on is finding a passion, if you've got passion. If not, getting a good job and making money, bro. They're the only two things that matter. Also, finding a religion, staying to your religion, that's normal, though. But yeah, don't be breaking your back to do these things and live up to these lifestyles that you don't even know what's really happening behind closed doors, because you're living up to these rappers, and these rappers ain't.
They're not even paying for half the
pussy
stuff.
ass niggas that ain't even really on nothing. So it's crazy.
I feel like as well, people forget we only die with our character. We don't die with nothing else.
You
Yeah.
can't take it with you.
Only thing I want to leave on this
That was
earth
deep
is who I
still.
am. Like,
Legacy.
just that I don't care about money or what I left, this car, this house, all that stuff, or my kids good, whatever. But
Yeah.
me, my character, remember me for who I am. Don't remember me for nothing else. Don't remember for that big Lambo I brought or whatever. You know, I'm trying to say, forget all that. Character, man.
Ooh.
But there is a lot. Sorry to cut you. There's so much pressure, and I think parents have a responsibility as well. So like, my son don't wear trap star. He don't wear hood rich because you're not in the hood. You've never trapped before.
And
Like
that's
you
that's
don't.
what
You
gotta
really.
think.
You don't know.
Case closed.
Clothes though, you
Yeah.
can't leave it.
Clothes.
That's the thing
It's a-
that you're showing them.
yeah,
the trap,
so-
the hood,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy you the Mac laptop. I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy those things for you, but I'm not buying those things there because you want to keep up with everyone else. You look like a group, like
real.
everyone's in the tech fleeces.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
had to buy one
No
or
one's
two of
sta-
those.
yeah.
I had to buy one or two.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but
obviously.
you know, like you've got, as parents though, you've got to find the balance. You've got to find
Yeah,
the balance as
yeah.
parents. You can't just shower them with Givenchy and Fendi, because what happens
Gone
now,
mad.
when you can't afford it, it's cool when they're like in the kids age group of stuff and you're buying the kids stuff. But you see,
100%.
when they go into men's, yeah, because my son's 6 foot. My son's 6 foot. I can't buy him medium men's
Shaquille
clothes.
O'Neal in the building.
I can't buy him that. But if I had dressed him that way along, how am I going to turn around and say to him, now I can't get you that again?
100%.
So then he's going to hit the block. He will.
Exactly.
My
I
brother
was
did
about
it.
to say,
My brother
as soon as
did
you're
that.
18 and now I don't need to pay for
You're
the
not
food.
lying.
Yeah.
You're now, because I can't pay for that what my mum used to buy me, so I'm gonna go. Yeah,
You have to keep
trap.
up.
That's
And my brother hit the
Job ain't
block.
cutting it.
It ain't enough. It ain't enough.
Malachi's got a line. He showed me how to shot. Yeah, I'm gonna go link my
Like,
man.
immediately.
Yo, man.
all link up. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
immediately. So the onus is on parents. I'm not saying like, it could still go wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it could still go wrong, but you've got to try and put the right type of foundation in place for them so they don't feel like this is a better option.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise they will. My brother hit the block. Because my mum gave us everything.
Yeah.
She was flying out to Miami, getting all the stuff.
swear.
Then
Oh,
when she weren't
Trina's got
about,
a life, you know what?
when she weren't about,
Yeah.
it was like feast and famine.
Yeah.
So when it was good,
It was good.
it was good.
Yeah.
But when she weren't there, it was famine.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone for themselves.
everyone's got to fight for themselves. Now, as a girl, it's easier to fend for yourself. You don't have the pressure of trying to look like everyone.
Yeah.
And
And
our clothes are cheaper as
our
well.
clothes are cheap. You could rock a Primani
Yeah.
dress with a nice.
PLT,
Yeah, you're all right.
Misguided, all those other things.
Exactly. Men. Now, if you've accustomed them to wearing certain things, and
Yeah.
they got to find it
It's
now.
like 160.
If you're
trainers,
lucky.
what?
Look, what I'm talking about. My son ain't got no Jordan 4s. Cause they're not gonna last. They're not gonna last 6 months, and I'm not paying £500.
Nah, I feel
I'm
you
not.
still.
I'm not.
Yeah.
He might get a Jordan 1s and a 2s. But he's not getting a Jordan 4s because that's 5+. Do you know what I mean? That's a week's of wages. Do you know what I mean?
She ain't capping.
And I feel like you see with the celebrities as well. I feel like everyone needs to stop looking up to them, like the younger people as well. Do you know why? Look at this now. Everyone like, oh, this person, I love this couple, I love that.
Goals.
Was it Queen? Is it Queen Niger? Is it Queen Niger the one that cheated and then they broke up and that was the couple that everyone loved? Like,
yeah, they're all just, bro. I agree, man.
Diddy, Cassie, all of this stuff now. R. Kelly, and it's like you're looking up to people that you don't even know what is going on behind closed doors. You know what I'm trying to say? People need to stop looking up to these people when you're not in the house.
You don't even know what's going on.
Household.
And secondly, it's all entertainment, you know. So 100%. Yeah, I agree. Also, yeah, I want to make another point. Wow, bring up another point, I should say, because obviously I know a few young boys know Diddy shit, and I hear how they talk about girls, and I see how they get girls, and they genuinely believe if I'm wearing designer head to toe, I'm gonna get the baddest bitch. I want to ask you, is that true?
Okay, for me personally, I've never been. I'm not gonna say.
Obviously, a man's gotta look nice. I'm not gonna say nothing apart from that, but yeah.
I'm not gonna say like there is people that I know that it's about money. You have to be with men with money. But me personally, I'll be honest, I've never been with anyone that's got money.
Yeah.
I'll be straight with you because for me, I'm not looking at that. I just want a genuine heart, mindset wise. Yeah. And like we was talking about earlier, as long as I know that you've got potential and you are willing to, I'm good. Like obviously having kids and stuff, you always got to be secure and stuff. You want to be with someone that can look after you and stuff. But I have never been with anyone to be like, oh, you need to provide, you need to do this, you need to that. I've always had my own, so get what I'm trying to say. So I moved out at 16 as well. So with all of that, I don't care for a man with money. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, if you got a good heart, good mindset, and it just happens, but I would never just look, I'm like, nah, I don't like what he's wearing. He's not wearing anything. I'm not doing all of that. I'm looking for you. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't care about all of that.
Really outside, man.
Really outside.
You know, man.
But I don't care about all of that.
I think a lot of younger people, because I'm older, I do think they are very materialistic. I think they're looking 100%. At the car like, what reg is the car? Do you know what I mean? It's got to be a Mercedes.
You got no messages. And you got no messages to them young girls though, car.
I just feel
it's
like
it's gonna get real when they get older, you know.
I just feel like you need to get your own. Like I'm just so much like. I hate to sound like this, but no one can't style me. Like I'm just not gonna. It's just not gonna happen because
Trina is
like
energy.
You can never try to like use your material stuff for me because I've have that. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you on holiday. Like I can do that. I can do that because. You should
show what she pulled up in. No cap.
Like, but yeah, like I feel like as women. You're to have your own, and I'm not saying like to have your own because I want to be independent, because I definitely think you're stronger in a couple. I'm very much for couples, but stop going to men to attain things. And this is why women find themselves in certain situations, and I know people are going to get at me.
Nah,
but
man, talk the things, a lot of these, mad, we're really outside.
A lot of these women, and if you think about social media now, they get with rich men, rappers or whatever. These men are probably all 20 years older than them, 15, 20 years older than them. And they get with them because they like what they have. Not because, he's nice looking and I like him and his aura is great and the energies and he's vibrating at such a level. No, they're not doing that. They're getting with him because one, he's a rapper. Two, he's a mogul of some sort of kind of thing. He's got money. He's got status. And so they don't care he's 20 years older or not. They just want to be around him. They're like moths to flames. Yeah. They're literally like moths to flames. Yeah. Then they get pissed off. They get pissed off because now he's using those things against you. He's gonna he might lick you. He might take it away from you. He might beat you up. And you're gonna have to take it because you still want the things.
And he's gonna buy you a bag afterwards.
Buy you a bag, babe. Here's a Birkin.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So now you're having to suffer certain disrespect because you're now accustomed to a life that you didn't attain for yourself.
I ain't got no daughters, but I don't want my daughter growing up thinking that certain things are right, you feel me? So this is what we're doing. I'm really outside. I'm not going to say everyone's going to listen because I know nobody likes the truth, innit? But if you want to listen to the truth and you're feeling alone because you're feeling like, yo, this world just a bag of bullshit and it's all fake, then this is what you need to be watching, bro, because we're going to be talking about all of this type of shit. Trust.
So
In
women,
the real world.
Yeah.
Without the social media.
Yeah.
so my advice is like obtain things your own, get your education. If it's not education, get your business, get a job, do something and attain things for yourself so that you're not looking for others to provide for you.
Yeah.
And if you do find someone that has, they're an asset to you.
Just a bonus.
It's a bonus.
And stop thinking being toxic's attractive, because it's not even attractive. Like, it's not cool. Like, what's going on?
Find
Like,
your peace,
it's
guys.
got mad out here. It's got mad out here. Everyone's toxic. Everybody loves being toxic. I'm in a toxic relationship. I like it. Nigga, what the fuck do you mean? Like, whoa, let's just get out of here, man. Let's get out of here. But before we go, obviously, can't come on my show
Yes.
and not receive anything nice.
Yeah.
So, yes, Miss Trina.
For me.
Definitely deserved.
For me.
The
Thank
Golden
you.
Rose.
Thank you. Are we really
I'm a
outside?
special guest.
With
This
my
is only
Golden
part
Rose?
1 as well, because you know I didn't even know Trina had stories
Thank
for days.
you.
So there's definitely
Let's
gonna
all
be a
link back
part
up.
2. Thank you, Shauna the plug.
No problem.
Give them your socials before we go.
Shauna.theplug on Insta. Dripping Glow Jewelers for the grills, the jewelry. Pretty Imperfect podcast will be coming out soon also, obviously. We'll still be co-hosting Bloom. But yeah.
Say no more. Large up my guys. Still grills for the grills. Bling. Large up Ross Clark 360 label. Support the trenches. Really outside. You already know.
And most importantly, free the guys.
Free the guys.
Free the guy.